Hello, chismosas y chismosos, and welcome back to Bay Area Housewife of True Crime, where I like to tell the stories of the real cucuys and lloronas of the world. I'm Audrey, a paralegal turned stay-at-home mom that loves true crime. The cases I cover are wild, topics may be triggering, viewer and listener discretion is strongly advised. The people mentioned are innocent until proven guilty in court. With all that being said, grab your hot Cheetos and let's get started on today's case. Listen, I would never lie and say that I know anything about football. I like to think that they're all besties in matching outfits that tell each other, if I get the toy, I'll share it with you. But that's neither here nor there. I do, however, know my true crime. So here we are. I present to you the Aaron Joseph Hernández case. Aaron was born on November 6, 1989 to Dennis Hernández and Terry Valentine. Dennis Hernández and his twin brother David were sons to Puerto Rican natives Bienvenido and Josephine Garcia Hernández. Dennis worked as a janitor for Bristol Eastern High School, where he met the school secretary, Terry Valentine. Dennis and Terry got married in 1986, divorced in 1991, and got remarried in 1996. They filed for bankruptcy in 1999. Aaron had an older brother named DJ, and their father was reportedly abusive towards them and their mom. Dennis even once punched Aaron's football coach after a disagreement. Being an abusive dad did not stop him from loving motivational talk, and one of his favorite sayings, "If it is to be, it is up to me," was tattooed on Aaron's arm. In 2001, when Aaron was 12, his mom Terry was arrested by the feds for $70,000 in illegal sports gambling. In January of 2006, when Aaron was 16, 49-year-old Dennis passed away from complications from a minor hernia surgery. Aaron had a falling out with his mother after his dad died and moved into his older cousin Tanya Singleton's home. It was around that time that Aaron's mom and Tanya's husband, Jeff Cummings, had been having an affair. This led Tanya and Jeff divorcing, and Terry and Jeff moved in together. Aaron had diagnosed ADHD, and DJ has come out and said that Aaron was sexually abused as a child. This came in the form of a teenage babysitter, a real-life cucuy, who would force Aaron to perform oral on him when he was just 6 years old. Aaron attended Bristol Central High School, where he excelled in football, basketball, and track. During his senior year, Aaron was awarded Connecticut's Gatorade Football Player of the Year. It was also around this time where he began dating Shayana Jenkins, whom he had known since elementary school. The University of Florida's coach, named Urban Meyer, flew out to Connecticut and convinced Aaron's high school principal, to allow him to graduate early. Aaron moved to Florida shortly after his 17th birthday, and Aaron was not allowed to graduate high school early because he was a good student. It was because he was a great football player. He was not prepared for college and took remedial courses at Santa Fe Community College. Aaron was known to drink alcohol and smoke weed. He was benched during the Florida Gators season opener during his freshman year because he had failed a drug test. Aaron was selected by the New England Patriots in the 2010 NFL Draft. On June 8, 2010, the Patriots signed Aaron to a 4-year, $2.37 million contract with a $200,000 signing bonus. Aaron was named Pepsi's NFL Rookie of the Year. He was inactive for 2 games due to a hip injury Aaron had hip surgery on February 21st, 2011. He was diagnosed with a sprained MCL of his knee and was inactive for 2 games during this season. He was voted as an alternate for the 2012 Pro Bowl. According to NBC Sports, Aaron and Gronkowski were the first pair of tight ends in the NFL history to catch 5 touchdowns in each consecutive seasons for the same team. If we were playing a game where we had to take a shot every time Jose Baez says tight end in his book about this case titled Unnecessary Roughness, we'd be poisoned. On August 27, 2012, the Patriots signed Aaron for another 5-year contract, this time in the amount of $39.58 million, with the contract extension of $15.95 million and a $12.5 million signing bonus. He hired 2 friends from his hometown, both with prior criminal records, as his personal assistants. Alexander Bradley provided Aaron with drugs, calmed him down during episodes of rage and paranoia, got weapons for him, and Aaron had a secret apartment where he would store his weed and weapons. Aaron's legal issues started when he arrived in Florida as a pre-freshman. On April 28, 2007, he went to a restaurant with his colleague Tim Tebow. He got 2 drinks and refused to pay the bill and was escorted out by a restaurant manager. Aaron punched the restaurant manager, and the police arrived at the scene at 1:17 a.m. For this incident, Aaron was charged with felony battery. Somehow, the district attorney agreed to drop the charges because the victim said that he had been contacted by Aaron's legal team and a settlement had been agreed upon, and he was not pursuing charges. And a deferred prosecution agreement was determined. On September 30th, 2007, also in Gainesville, Florida, during a red light after partying at a club, someone came up to a car and fired 5 shots. Corey Smith, Justin Glass, and Randall Carson were in the car. Corey Smith's back and head was shot. Justin Glass's was shot in the arm. Thankfully, they survived, and Randall Carson was physically unscathed. Randall told the police that the man who shot him and his friends was a Hawaiian or Hispanic-looking male with a large build, heavily tattooed. In a photo lineup, Randall identified Aaron Hernández as the shooter. No charges were filed at the time, but after the 2013 murder of Odin Lloyd, Massachusetts authorities contacted the Florida authorities to re-examine the case. Other witnesses came forward and said that the shooter was a black man with cornrows. Randall Carson was re-interviewed, and he retracted his statements of the shooter matching Aaron's description. Randall confessed that he assumed Aaron was the shooter because they, quote, had words earlier at the club. On April 30th, 2011, at 3:45 a.m., police arrived at Aaron Hernandez's residence in Plainville, Massachusetts, due to reports of a fight. Police quickly recognized Aaron and told him and his friends to go back inside the house. Earlier that night, a friend from high school had picked Aaron up from a bar. As he was driving, he started speeding and zigzagging in and out of lanes. The state trooper that pulled them over, as soon as he recognized Aaron, told them that they were free to go.